buy stuff that you like, and the price will increase over time most likely, and especially if it's a piece that's actually like for the culture. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about the Supreme True Religion collaboration set to drop this Thursday, December 1st. If you guys are new to the channel, if you guys could hit that like and subscribe for me, it would help me out a lot. I drop streetwear content 2 to 3 times a week covering stuff like Supreme, Kith, Bape, Palace drops, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested, make sure to hit that like and subscribe for me. And if we do hit 1,000 subscribers before March 26th, I will be giving away a Supreme or Palace item. I haven't decided on what it will be yet, but anyways, getting into this video. So I'm really hyped for this collaboration. As you guys can see here, I am wearing the Supreme True Religion collaboration from last year, which it's crazy to think it's been a year already since that collaboration happened, but this is one of my favorite hoodies. I wear it all the time. It's very similar to these hoodies where it has the kind of ombre look to it, where it's a little bit lighter up top, a little bit darker down below, and I loved all the colorways that this came in. There was a purple that was really cool, so I'm happy to see them releasing similar style hoodies, and those are going to be my favorite items for this week for sure, but I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown of every single piece anyways. So the first item for this collaboration is a zip up denim jacket. So I'm not typically a fan of denim jackets. This style or silhouette of a jacket is typically not my favorite, but I do think it's cool that they did this. I've never seen a denim jacket in this style, so I appreciate them for trying something different. And the stitching, as you guys can see, has the True Religion staples where it has like the little dips and everything, so I appreciate that they stayed true to the True Religion in this collaboration. And then we've got some branding there with the patch on the left and then on the back, so nice details on this. Not my favorite piece, but I do respect this piece. Moving on, we've got some Gore-Tex jeans. These ones are not my favorite. I like the jackets more than these. The execution here I feel like was a little bit weak, and I feel like the design really was just weak overall. I'm not really feeling this contrast stitching or just like the double knees. I feel like we've seen a lot of double knees going on this year from different brands, not just Supreme, but I don't really love that whole style anyways, so I might be a little biased on these, but yeah, I don't really like any of these colorways. I think the actual like blue denim ones are probably the worst. But yeah, these were all kind of a miss for me. And then we've got some hoodies, and like I said, I love these hoodies. These are immaculate. My favorite one is this little teal one here, but I would be happy with any of these colorways. I think my least favorite maybe is this blue, just because it's not as vibrant as the other colorways, but I really like these, and I'm gonna try and pick up this teal one, so wish me luck. And with that being said, usually when I buy items from Supreme, like a sweatshirt or something, I go with a size large. I did go with the size medium because this is True Religion sizing, so keep that in mind if you guys want to pick any of these items up. I would go true to size. I'm not sure on True Religion like pants or jackets. I would imagine they're along the same lines though as their hoodies and sweatpants, so I would go true to size with their items, or just do some research on how True Religion items fit, because I don't own a ton of True Religion. This is literally the only piece I own, so I would go off their sizing rather than Supreme's if you guys are intending to buy any of these pieces, so just keep that in mind. Here we have the sweatpants version of those hoodies. So we've got the same little logo here that was on the back of the hoodies, just on the like left pocket of the pants. I really like these. Again, that blue one, or like teal-ish blue, is my favorite. I really like the brown and the burgundy ones here too as well, so if I could get a full set, I would. I am running a little short on money at the time, so I don't think that's going to be possible. Probably going to just go for the hoodie, but who knows, if I just magically come into some money over the next couple of days, I will probably try and get both pieces. And then to wrap it up, we have one of these winter style hats. I don't even know what these are called. I just think like maybe like a Russian style hat. I don't know. There's definitely an actual term for it, but I don't know what it is. So we've got these coming in 4 colorways. I think these are pretty solid. The contrast stitching works here a little bit better. You can tell this is a True Religion item for sure just by looking at it, even without the branding, I think. So the branding is nice little details. The faux, I would imagine that's faux fur. I couldn't imagine it's real fur, but looks pretty nice. I enjoy these types of hats. I was saying in the recent Palace video, because they're dropping one this week that's like a similar style, that I need to get one of these hats. I haven't had one in my collection since I was a little kid, so I think these are pretty cool, and they're super warm. So I'm not someone who's outside in the cold a lot, but if you are, this is gonna be a good piece for you. So yeah, that's really it for the pieces from this collaboration, but there is something I wanted to get into, just like a little personal something. So reading these comments, there's a lot of hate for this collaboration, which doesn't really make sense. I thought a lot of these pieces were solid. I do think the jackets and the denim pants were kind of a miss, but like this guy said, blue denim coat is the piece of the collection. Shout out to him because he appreciates them reaching out and doing something different. And then this guy said, y'all corny, if this was Stone Island, y'all would be rioting. Is kind of dope, and I agree with him. I think a lot of people are overly hating on this collaboration just because it's True Religion. People act like True Religion is dying, when I think this is one of the most like for the culture collaborations that we've seen happen. When they did the first collaboration last year, I was like super surprised that people weren't more hyped for it. That's why I was like super dead set on buying this hoodie, is because I felt like it was just like a staple of the culture of New York especially, and I had no idea what it would resell for in the future. I just really liked the piece, and I think as like a culture and streetwear, we need to be better about buying stuff that we actually want to wear and actually like as pieces, rather than buying stuff in hopes of reselling it. I'll get a lot of comments asking me if I think pieces are going to resell, and at the end of the day, you never really know. Like, you always have a pretty good idea depending on how hype it is or whatever, but some of the items that you don't expect to sell end up selling the best over time. So when this hoodie dropped, I expected resale to be pretty crazy off rip, and I remember sitting there for a while and these pieces were going for like close to $250, which was retail, and then I hadn't looked for like a year, and I just looked, and these on StockX now are going for $750, which that is brand new. So you got to keep in mind, it is kind of hard to keep a sweatshirt brand new for like over a year, so that's part of why the cost is so high. But even if you buy these used, they're pretty expensive. So yeah, that's pretty much just what I was getting at, is buy stuff that you like, and the price will increase over time most likely, and especially if it's a piece that's actually like for the culture and it's not just like some little random piece. I just wanted to say that because I thought people in the comments were overly hating, and I feel like whenever they see something that isn't the most hype item or hype release in the world, they just kind of freak out and they're like, Supreme is terrible. Like this guy said, Supreme is dying. I think this has been a pretty solid year for Supreme, and I think they're headed in the right direction with Tremaine Emory as their head designer. So I think as he continues to gain more control over the brand, it'll be interesting to see where it turns. But I think, yeah, like I said, I just think people are overly hating. I think this collection was pretty solid. I'm hyped to see the rest of this week's drop. And if you guys have made it to this point through all my rambling, I really appreciate it. And I will be dropping a video covering the rest of the drop whenever that information is released. But yeah, sorry for rambling so long. I just wanted to address that because I feel like it's just a big misconception with Supreme fans, is that everything has to be super hype or everything has to be like what is super popular now. True Religion's catching a lot of flack because it's obviously not as popular as it once was, but I think it's made a really strong comeback. And same thing with like the brand Coach. I think people just hate on things because it's like the cool thing to do rather than having any idea of what's actually cool. Like if you look at the brands, they're doing great things. Supreme obviously knows what they're doing when they collaborate with people, and True Religion has earned that collaboration over the last couple of years. I would have never bought a True Religion item if they didn't collaborate with Supreme, and I was looking to buy just solely True Religion items after I bought this hoodie because I liked it so much. So yeah, just don't hate on stuff before like you give it a shot, and you never know what you'll end up really liking. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I rambled so much in this video, but yeah, thank you guys. We will see you next time. Have a good one.